Senator, let me just say to the committee on both sides, of the allegations, I have 10 allegations have been made against Ms. Manning, and we have done deep investigations in all those, and I'm happy to share that. I think pretty much everybody's made up their mind, but I'm happy to share that because we truly don't believe the way it's been presented is actually the facts. That's the difference. And we have that, and we can show you that if you care to see that, rather than me rebutting every time. We'd be happy to share.
Well, Mr. Chairman.
I think we ought to have that, Joe, actually.
Yeah, you know.
Whatever you all want to do, I'm happy to do it.
We got the record where she lied under oath to this committee. How can you turn
We
that
don't
on
have,
its head?
okay.
You can't.
You tell me where you see that she lied.
She said, were you investigating? Did you participate in any way? She wrote the letter. She admits she wrote the letter, and she said no. That is a lie. It's a falsehood.
Let me just read the facts to you, okay? What you're saying is Ms. Stone-Manning lied to the committee when she said she was not aware that she was being investigated and was not a target of the grand jury investigation. Now, Ms. Stone-Manning was aware that she was being investigated in 1989. This is basically from Michael Merkley, what you're speaking of, Michael Merkley, who was head.
I'm speaking of the document.
Okay, that the grand jury sent Ms. Stone-Manning a target letter, which meant she was going to be indicted. That's what Michael Merkley said. Here's the facts. Mr. Merkley claimed that Ms. Stone-Manning was a target of the grand jury investigation in 1989 is directly contradicted by his own sworn testimony at the trial. He was asked if the investigation in 1989 had identified possibly anyone as a subject in this matter. He replied, no. Basically, the investigation became inactive after I exhausted all of the leads that were developed. All of the leads that were developed. His claim that Ms. Stone-Manning was a target of the grand jury investigation in 1993 is contradicted by George Bretzemeter, the former assistant U.S. attorney who prosecuted the case. The prosecutor told Politico that she was not a target of the investigation. That was in 1993. Merkley's claim that Ms. Stone-Manning actively participated in planning the tree spiking is further contradicted by Mr. Blount, who said, was she heavily involved in the planning? Did she go put a nail in the tree or anything? Absolutely not. So I'm just saying, we're just reading the facts as we have them.
Did she write the letter?
She did not write the letter. She typed the letter.
Oh, she typed
She didn't write that letter.
Did she deliver the letter to the United States Forest Service? The answer to that is yes,
The letter
she
was
did.
mailed, okay?
She mailed
But
it to the United
you're
States
saying
Forest.
that was her words that she mailed.
That's a participation in a conspiracy, black and white. And she says, no, she never participated.
Who else would like to speak on?
Well, first, Mr. Chairman, let me just make a rebuttal about what you're saying, that the lead investigator contradicted himself. The claim that he contradicted himself in his court testimony is blatantly false. There's a Washington State newspaper, the Spokesman Review, even issued a correction after buying the recent Department of Interior's false claim of a contradiction. The newspaper went on, and this is that they said, the original version of the story incorrectly described Michael Merkley's 1993 testimony as contradicting the claim in his July 14, 2021 letter that Stone-Manning was sent a target letter by prosecutors. In fact, Merkley testified in 1993 only that his initial investigation in '89 had not identified subjects. And I want this article with the correction added to the record. Thank you, Mr.
Without objection. Who else would like to?
Mr. Chairman.
Let me make,